So today we're going to be trying out the UCANBE Pretty All Set number 2 palette. We have eyeshadows, we have more eyeshadows, 2 blushes, 2 bronzers, 2 highlighters, and then just when you thought there could be no more eyeshadows, we have more eyeshadows. So this is the number 2 Pretty All Set palette. UCANBE have brought out the number 1, which I have tried, and I actually really loved it. I think it's a really good idea to have everything in one. So this palette is currently on sale for $17.99. The original price is $25, and you can buy her from the UCANBE official website. Okay, so because it's actually Halloween today when I'm filming this, I am definitely wanting to do like a cool toned, kind of grungy, vampy eye look. So that's kind of what we're going with. I did take some footage of some, no, I didn't do swatches. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm going to just surprise you. I'm going to just show you some close-ups of the palette over here so you can have a look whilst I am telling you stuff that you probably don't really even need to know. But do you know what? Without further ado, we're just going to jump right into this because I just want to be like, ooh, I want to be quick to the point. She has the best of intentions today, but doesn't she always? Okay, so we're going to start with a bit of bronzing. So because I am quite fair-skinned, I'm going to go in with the lighter bronzer first. They're both quite cool toned. So I'm just going to, we're going to like bronze. So this is the lighter of the 2 bronzers. Oh, do you know, it feels like really good just to be sat here playing with makeup and like actually having time to do it. Okay, so this is what the bronzer looks like. It's okay. It's not my fave, you know. I wouldn't want to like come back for more, if I'm being honest, because I've got the bronzers that I love. But if you didn't have any other bronzers available, this would be fine. It's like an acceptable bronzer, not standout fabulous. It's not really blending very well. That could just be me, though. I could not be blending very well. But it's easier to blame bronzer, so we'll go with that. Just for shits and giggles, and because it's Halloween, I am going to try the darker one. I'm going to just pop it right up there, like why not? I feel like that shade is maybe a bit warmer. That looks really shit, doesn't it? Look, oh my gosh, it looks so bad. Oh no, oh shit, oh fuck. Wait, I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to, why am I adding more? I don't know why I'm adding more, as I'm saying I'm not going to panic. Oh my gosh. Oh guys, this has started off like really badly. Oh my gosh, right, yeah, that looks really bad. And I admit, like, I probably should not have ventured into like the deeper bronzer, but it looks really shit, doesn't it, guys? It looks shit. Why did I go in with the darker bronzer? But it's fine. It's not fine. I'm going to try and correct this. I'm just going to go like that. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go like that. Yeah, okay. I don't know what's going on. Who am I? Do you know what? Right, okay. I just feel a bit better now I've done that because I just feel like I can maybe go into denial saying, oh yeah, no, it looks fantastic. Okay, so we're going to move straight onto the eyes because, yeah, I'm just pretending that my face doesn't exist right now because I don't want to look at what's going on. So for the eyes, I'm going to be focusing over on this cool toned side. I think the colourful side looks really beautiful, but that's not the vibe for today. So I'm going to begin with popping this kind of, this movie shade or like in my crease. And then I'm probably going to add some of this, maybe some of this, maybe some grey. So I'm going to be adding like those kinds of like, you know, movie grey kind of shades. Do you know what? Because I've still not kind of got used to my hair being like copper. So sometimes like when I'm like looking at myself, I'm thinking, who is she? Like, who is this fiery copper? And it's me. I do you know what? I loved it at first and now I'm just like, do I love it? No, I love the copper hair at first, but she's going to sound like really like probably narcissistic and egotistical. But this morning when I dropped the boys off at school because they've been off for a week, so it like none of the parents have seen my hair transformation yet. But like nobody commented on my hair, like nobody, like even if they hated it, nobody like fake complimented it. It was just ignored. And I feel like that's worse than a fake compliment. It's kind of ignored because I kind of think that if people don't like it, and they're just like, oh, I don't really like that. They're still quite comfortable saying, oh my gosh, I really love your hair. But it's when they just like ignore it completely, that's when I think they really hate this. Like, they hate it so much, they can't even fake a compliment. Like, they can't fake that they like it. They're just ignoring it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the slightly less mauve shade, just kind of here. And it doesn't really look that much different to the first one. Okay, so next we're going to go under the eye. I'm going to go in with this beautiful kind of aubergine like purple. It's actually quite similar to the colour of my walls. I bet you're so sick of hearing about the colour of my walls at this point. I'm impressed by how pigmented this shadow actually is. It's actually, I really love it, and I love it with the mauve. Did you watch Laguna Beach like when you were younger? It was like before there was the hills, there was Laguna Beach. Yeah, so I was watching that and everyone always says, oh, that's gnarly. Gnarly. It's so gnarly. So now I'm just like, oh, I love it. That's why I'm saying gnarly, like everything's gnarly. I bet Honey's just like, I just feel like Honey's hates me sometimes, to be honest. Anyway, guys, so now that we've gone in with that, I'm going to go back in with the mauve shade. I bet you're thinking, could we use like any more shades other than the mauve and that aubergine? So many eyeshadows, so let's try some other ones. I know, I agree, I do. So we're actually going to go in with this shade. It's kind of like, it looks like a brown, but it's more like a rusty terracotta. Yes, rusty terracotta. Rusty terracotta. I'm always really like envious, well, I'm not envious, but you know, of all like the YouTubers who actually know all the names of the shades. So they'll be like, oh, it's periwinkle blue, cerise, fuchsia, magenta. I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake, like really get a life. Oh, do you know what? I really love this colour. Like, look at that. I know it's looking messy. It probably won't get better than this, to be honest. It's always going to look messy. I always used to say, don't worry, I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back. I'm probably not bringing it back. And I don't mind. You know what? I don't mind. Nothing's perfect in life. And it's Halloween. So I feel like I get a bit of a pass, you know, because it's Halloween. I saw this girl doing this, and it's something that I have started doing. I feel like it elongates your eyes and maybe takes 10 years off. Okay, so I am going to jump into the colourful shades because I spotted these two, which really interest me. We've got like a coral and we've got, it's plum, a plum. I like both. I don't know quite which one I'm actually going to use. I may just use both. I think we're going to begin with this aubergine. By the way, I'm just going like this because I feel like I didn't like what was happening there. So I'm just erasing it. You know, the beauty of makeup, it can be erased. Do you know what? I really hope that there's like a young girl about to walk past my house and she's singing. Because if not, I may have like a Victorian ghost girl somewhere in my house singing a really creepy song. Oh my gosh, it's just stopped. I feel like every time I talk, the creepy Victorian ghost girl starts singing again. Let's not even worry about that right now. It's just because it's Halloween. I think I'm just, you know, getting into like the creepy vibe. I love how these shades all kind of, you know, they're working together nicely. I think they mildly hate each other, but they're being professionals. They're not really showing it. They're not super pigmented, but when are they ever? These inexpensive eyeshadow palettes, you know, if there's one kind of constant between them all, it's that there generally is not that much pigmentation. I love this kind of shade because it really brings out the green in my hazel eyes. Do you know what? I'm just going to add a little bit more of this on, and I'm just going to go crazy. We're going to go crazy with this because it's Halloween. I feel like, you know, because it's Halloween could be the justification to just do anything. I'm just going to neaten everything up. I'm going to go around the edges. It's like a very light, it's like an off-white with pink in it. Okay, so guys, right, so this is what we've got going on, and I've suddenly got this like uncontrollable urge to stamp some like stars on my face. I really wish that I had one of those, like, you know, the stampers from AliExpress. I want one, but I don't have one. I don't have any because I got rid of all my makeup because I never used it. But you know, the justification for keeping that all the makeup, this is that moment when I'm thinking I would have really liked to have had a star stamper to have stamped my face just like once a year on Halloween, like give me a star stamper. That's the justification. That's why we end up keeping all our makeup. But anyway, guys, so we're going to pop blush on, blush, highlight, and we're going to try and make the whole like cheek situation just look a bit more acceptable. The ultimate goal is to divert focus away from the bronzing. So this blush is kind of like a rosy pink, and this one is more of it's kind of like a corally pink, so you know which one I'm going in with every single day. So unlike her not so pigmented eyeshadow sisters, she's actually really pigmented. Wow, she's so pigmented. She almost looks kind of vibrant, and she definitely has like a glow to her. She reminds me so much of the Angelica, you know, the Haze to Beauty mineralized blush that I'm always raving on about. She's pinky, she's corally, she has a beautiful kind of sheen to her, and I've just put way too much on. Like, oh my gosh, way too much. Do you know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. Like, why not? I did really want to take some nice photos, you know, like after this, because I thought it's a rare thing for me to have like a full face of makeup on, so I can really like capitalize on it, take some really nice photos for Instagram. Now I just feel like, oh, I don't know, I'm kind of destroying that whole idea. Bring it back maybe by popping a little bit of the blush on the nose. I feel like that just like brings everything in. No, everything's still looking super extravagant right now. What can I do, guys? Like, do you have any top tips? So what I would usually do is like, you know, beauty blend it. I just go back in with a beauty blender, but I don't have any beauty blenders anymore. Why? Because I fucking declustered them all, didn't I? I really did. I'm going in with this, and this has like setting powder on. This brush is actually the hero brush of the moment, because this is the same brush that, you know, didn't actually, you did a bit, but to kind of save the bronzer, and now she's coming in like the superhero that she really is, and she's saving the cheeks. Yes, she is. I really love the blush. The blush is my favourite of everything that I've tried so far. Okay, so next we're going to go in with highlighter, rip this all up a bit more. I know everything's looking like really like OTT right now, but like, let me live, because why not? Do you know what I mean? Like, whenever I use makeup these days, it's just to accentuate. It's very minimalistic. So this is like my moment just to go big or go home, you know? So this highlighter is at Champagne. Guys, do you know what? I am rusty, aren't I? I'm very, very rusty indeed. Right, let me start that again. Okay, you ready for this? Okay, I think I'm going to nail it this time. Pray for me, guys. Obviously I'm an atheist. Pray to the God that is within us all. So this is Champagne, and this is, it's kind of like champagne, but it has a touch of pink to it. I'll try the champagne first, and then we'll try the other one that I think has a hint of pink to it. Okay, so champagne on this side. That's actually really, really nice. It's very subtle, but oh, it's beautiful actually. It just looks very like, ooh, she's lit from within glow. Okay, so over here we're going with the highlighter that has a hint of pink. I don't really like that one as much. I definitely prefer Mrs. Champagne. So I'm just going to pop a bit of the highlight there, and there, under the brow, and some there. Okay, so we're going to finish off with the lid shadow. So I think I'm going to go in with this kind of purple metallic. Do you know what? I'm thinking to myself, like, do I want to go in with the purple? Or should we like go in with one of these like vibrant shades? We could go in with like this beautiful like green, or like even lime green. I think I'm gonna go in with this one actually, because it looks really nice. So it has a strange kind of feel to it. I was expecting my finger was going to kind of melt into the pan, but it has quite a bit of texture to it. Now that it's on my lid, I can see it's kind of like a duochrome. It's kind of gold from some angles, and then it shifts to a beautiful coral. Really pretty. I'm so pleased I went in with this. Okay, so I just wet my finger a little bit. I just feel like you always have to lick your metallics. Like, if you're not licking your metallics, then what are you even doing? Oh God, there's just so much going on outside today. We now have a car alarm going off. I really love it. It's kind of putting everything else to shame, you know, like the shambles that's going on around it to shame. Though the car alarm has stopped. Nope. Still going. Okay, so I'm just popping a little bit more on to cover the entire lid. You know, it's quite a good beat actually. Oh, it stopped. Just as I was getting into the car alarm, it stopped. I was getting down with the beat. I was like, oh, it started. Quite catchy, you know. Meh, meh, meh. I wonder why, like, we only have like one kind of car alarm sound, just like the standard sound, like meh, meh, meh. Why can't it be something like cool? Like it would be na 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 na. It's the motherfucking DIG. Snoop Dogg! You know, like you can customise your ringtone. Like, why are we not able to customise our car alarms? All of my elderly neighbours have started to come out of their houses. It might even be a house alarm. I bet it's my alarm. I bet you anything it's my alarm. And I'm just sat here oblivious. That's just so me. Oh, do you know what? I really love this shadow. I can't stop popping her on. Okay, so guys, this is the look of the moment. So I'm just going to try to put some of the shimmer that we've got on the lid. I want to put it under the eye, but it's not working. It's not working. Okay, so look at my hair's a mess. Oh my gosh. You're thinking, have you only just noticed? Okay, so this is the kind of final eye look, but I am going to do my mascara. I'm going to pop on some kind of fabulous complimentary lip, and then I'll be back to show you the final look. I forgot the word. Final look. Oh, the car alarm. I hope it's still going on. It can play us out. Just like, okay, see you next time, guys. And then it's just like, nah, 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 nah. We need to be customising. We do. Let's get Elon Musk on that. Okay, so I am back. I straightened my hair. I did. I thought I'll straighten it. I don't know. I loved the hair at first, and now I'm just not. I don't know. I don't not like it, but I think, you know, because like nobody complimented it. Like nobody noticed it. Anyway, guys, we're not here to talk about the hair. So this is the final look. I decided to go with this hot pink lip because I just thought it would like complement the eyes. I'm really happy with the look. I was impressed with the quality of the palette. I think that, you know, if say you were to buy for like the full price of $25, I actually do kind of think that that's a good deal. For me, like I don't really want to be spending that much on a product right now, but I'm coming from a place of not really being that passionate about makeup. But I think you do get value for money because you've got the eyeshadows, which are good quality. They're not great, but you get what you pay for. They're not bad. Maybe they could have done less. Like instead of the 3, they could have just done like a book. So I do really, really like this palette. I think that if you want it, of course, then I would urge you maybe to get it when it's on offer, because I think $17.99 is actually really good value for money if you want to have a palette that is very multifaceted, that gives you a lot of option and variety. Then yeah, I would definitely urge you to like maybe try and get it on sale. Is it the most pigmented ever? No. But I thought the highlighter was great. I loved the blush. The bronzer, did not like the bronzer. Did not like. But everything else I thought was actually really, really good. I also just want to say a big thank you to UCANBE for sending me this palette. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!